So my reaction to Inside the Ring on DAZN coming up. But before I touch on that, please do remember to like, share, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, straight away they're touching on Fundora versus Thurman this weekend, which I think is going to be a really interesting matchup live from Las Vegas. So it's going to be live on Amazon Prime, and pay-per-view price in the UK is £15, which I think is absolutely fine. I think it's quite a stacked card, and it'll be roughly about 4 a.m. So I'll either be staying up or getting up because I've got my own event in Manchester that night. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely think it's worth the pay-per-view price, especially at 15 quid. And it's a really interesting matchup as well because I mean they've touched on it. You've got Fundora with a huge height advantage and reach advantage, but it's like he's just a really aggressive fighter. So he fights on the inside, so it can go against him. I watched like the Brian Mendoza fight back recently, and that was like a crazy KO. So yeah, it's just an interesting matchup. On the other side, you've got Keith Thurman, who's got experience, he's got the time, and he's got the power, but he's been so inactive. That's why it's so intriguing. You just don't know how it's gonna go. So yeah, styles make fights, cliche, but it's gonna be interesting. Like Fundora's got the pressure, the size, and he takes risks, and Thurman's got the experience, power, and ring IQ, but like he's going to be punching up, so it's like how much power does he actually have? Let me know who you think. I'm really on the fence, but I'm just going to have to go for the veteran Keith Thurman. Watching him in his last fight, he still looks hungry. One time, great sense of humour, interviewed really well, and I think it will, catapult him back into greatness if he wins. So yeah, again, I think it's a proper 50-50. I'm going Thurman, but let me know who you think in the comments. They're saying who's best at 154. They've got Jerome Boots Ennis ranked as #1, which I completely agree with, but I think he needs to step up and, fight other named fighters. I know that they were, trying to make it happen with Virgil Ortiz, but like I'd like to see, Boots in with Xander Zayas or Josh Kelly in the UK. But yeah, they've got a #1, Virgil Ortiz #2. I completely agree, but he needs to be more active. I've actually had the pleasure of seeing him win a first-round knockout fight when I was out in Vegas watching him. But yeah, he needs to fight, bigger and better names. Sebastian Fundora, #3. We'll see after the weekend, won't we? So yeah, if he wins, then yeah, sure. But like if Keith Thurman is back in business, then I think Keith should be #3 at the moment. But they touched on Jamal Charlo and Errol Spence are always around. So yeah, you don't know what's going on with them. Obviously, great fighters. There's split opinions, but I think there's one opinion they agreed on and we can all agree on. Terence Bud Crawford is probably the most avoided person in boxing in recent years. So yeah, I think he'll stay retired, but it'll be great to have him back. We'll see about that. But thanks for watching. Please do remember to like, share, subscribe. Have a good day.